Hi, I'm back. I'm Jill with Copycat Crafts by Jill, and it's been a hot minute. I will admit to that, but I'm well rested and ready to get going. This wasn't really going to be my first video when I came back, but earlier today I watched a video from Bohemian Crafting, and uh, Ava was offering a free uh, digital paper. It is this one. And I'm going to link her video in the description box, because to get this, you don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to give your email. You don't have to subscribe to anything. It's right in the description box. You just click on the download and you can pick one or both of two sizes. You can pick the US size, which is letter size, 8.5 by 11, or you can pick the 4A, I believe. I obviously got the American size, the US size. So what does this give you? It gives you this. What is this? It is a moving card. Now this is just my practice prototype. Want to make sure I could do it without ruining it. And I just thought it was the cutest thing. It is a clock, and she does give a link to, I believe it's a Wikipedia page, which I did go to read more about these type of clocks. And but I just thought it was adorable, and it is free. So I wanted to let you know and give you the opportunity to be able to pick this kit up. But of course, I thought it was also, yes, Bohemian Crafting. This was also a free digital paper. I printed on both sides. So there's actually two. There's this one and this one. It was from one of her other videos. If I can find that one, I will link it, but it's probably on, if she has Ko-fi or one of those. So I just printed that out on cardstock. This is, I believe, what is it, 110 cardstock from Walmart, the stuff I always use. That's what I printed it on. And that is also what I printed the whole card part. Now on this one I used craft paper cardstock. That's what she used, and that's what I used. But I decided when I do this one, I wanted it on a piece of a digital paper, something pretty, because even though she did hers on with cardstock, she did use one of her digital kits, which has this page in it, I believe, and she did the inside. So so that's what I just thought I would do, and I just wanted to show you this is what we're shooting for. And to save time, I've already cut my card. It's basically, this would be the card. It ends up being 9 inches by 6 if you're using the USA letter size digital. So it's 9 by 6. I inked both around. I did not fold it in half, which is what you would do. Just fold it in half. The reason I didn't do that yet is because I cut this piece out. I inked around the edge. And this is the piece that would go on the front, like this. The first two that I did, I actually cut this center piece out before I glued it. And then, so I had the hole here. Once I glued it, once I put it in, I traced the hole and recut the hole here. That gave me kind of two different holes. So I went back and watched her video again and realized see, I cut it out too soon. So if I were to use this one, I would have to then cut this out. So she glued hers down first, then cut out both. So that's what I'm doing. The other thing I did do is, as you can see on the original, the two labels are these. And when I made my card, I actually cut the red label and cut off most of the edge. But I left the other one regular. So then, and the reason I did that is because you can see how big this is, actually really big. And then this, which is fine. If that's fine. That's how hers is, and that's what I may do with this one. However, I also took those same two pieces and cut them smaller, just in case I wanted something a little smaller. But I may do this one with the big one, just because I do like that. I just had the extra pieces because I jumped ahead and cut this out first. So I just reprinted, and I'm going to do it the right way. Okay, the other thing is, when you cut these out, perhaps I should explain before we move ahead. This one is here. This one is here. This one is here. This piece, I should say, is the actual moving part. And that is from there. We know those. We don't need those till the very end. So I'm going to put those aside. This piece is super important. And I made one to help show where to score and then fold. And I just wanted it really clear where to score and where to fold. So I scored, folded, and then I used a black marker to trace all those so you could see. It's not that hard, but I just wanted everyone to be clear. I don't know how well, with my lighting and my camera, how well you can see. She does have the lines. There's a score line, a score line, a score line, and a score line. Then there's a score line here, and then there is a crisscross score line. And I don't know if you can see that. Now I scored this one, so you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 and 7 score lines. But that's why I did this one, so you could really see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the cross, 6, 7, the X, I should say. So 7 score lines. You don't really need to ink this, other than a little bit shows here, and this piece here does get folded in, so perhaps a little here inking. Other than that, you don't need to ink this. You won't see it. Let's make sure, because I didn't even ink my circles. So you only see a little bit here and on this score mark. So that's where I'm going to ink. But other than that, I already inked all these. When you cut this one out, you don't cut the circle out. Leave the circle, unless you're super great. Cut this one out and cut the circle out. That circle will get glued on the back of this piece. So this is actually double, which is good. It's a moving part, and I think it needs to be doubled. So this cutout gets glued on the back. This gets cut out. So all the circles get cut out. And the center gets glued on to the little one on the back. Okay, so I think that's all we need to say there. I'm going to pick the side that I'm going to glue this on, and then how I cut mine out, all of them, and I'm not great at it, is I used this. I do have a smaller one which I wanted to use, but this one is really wobbly. It really gives way too much play for me. Otherwise, this is my go-to, but it's just too much play on a circle. This one's I borrowed from my husband. We borrow. Okay, so if this is going to be the front, this would be like that. This would be my card. So I'm going to glue this on first, and then I'll probably pause it so you don't have to listen to me say bad words while I cut it out, because that part's very stressful for me. Well, I have to get my face really close to it, so all you'd see is the back of my head. So, no fun there. So I might as well just pause it, and I'm going to cut that out. Okay. And of course you want to get it, you know, close to the edge, about, got it up a little high, but I'm not, there she be. Okay. Now if you want, now you can fold it in half, score it in half, and then fold it, which is probably what I will do. I'm not sure if this one is long enough. Oh yes, heavens yes. Okay, so I'm just going to score it in half. I'm going to cut out the circle, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did it. I cut out the circle. No blood was shed, so win. And here it is. Here's the circle. It's not perfect, but that's okay. All right, so again, this is what we're shooting for. So now I have the card. Before we move forward, I want to go over again. Your piece should look like this once you score it. Maybe it might be easier if you could see the back of it. So if you flip it. So once you fussy cut these out, on the front, she does have it marked. Score, 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 and score. Score. And then there's a cross, or a, not a cross, but, right. So, an X. What? Okay. So here you can see the X better right there. And so now we're going to fold it, excuse me, on all our score lines. So we're going to fold it in gently with a here with a bone folder, or whatever, your finger. You can use your finger, but we just want to gently. This one I already did because I wanted to ink it. Then we want to go corner to corner and corner to corner. Okay, now if you're like me, you're probably going to have to watch this a few times. I'm going to show you on the one with the dark marks. You want to have this triangle, these two lines fold back inward, and your triangle comes forward. So you end up with your triangle in the front and a triangle in the back. So really just this score mark, that gets that little triangle there and that one there, they get folded inward. So you're going to have to take your finger and sort of pinch here and pinch here, and that's where it gives you the little triangles. So now you have the triangle there and the triangle there. So one more time. If you're holding it like this, you want to pinch this one and this one like that and like that. Fold it, triangle and triangle. So you should have this little piece here and this piece here. So you may have to watch that a few times. I did as well. So this is the one that I'm actually using. Then if you're doing the US size, she measured in centimeters because she said it was more exact. So that's what we're doing. And she said it was 5.8 centimeters. So we're going to measure on to this side at the circle. And we are going to go 5.8 centimeters right there. Hope I'm not on an angle. Okay, so then right here, that's, she said that's about the center of the circle. So 5.8 centimeters finds you the center of the circle, but to the side. Now I marked on this one because this is the one I'm actually using, but this is the piece now that gets glued. You put your glue here and you want to mark the center of this piece and then put it, like here's my mark. So you want to put it, match up the lines and put it close, but not on your fold there. So you won't need this mark. You won't see it anyway, but you don't need that one. You need this one. And you're going to put the two center mark and mark, put it together like that. So you want your glue just on this rectangle. So since I'm using this one, I want, oh, and before you glue it, you want to glue that in. You want to glue this in, which is why I wrote glue. You're going to glue that in. That helps give this part a little bit more sturdiness. So we're going to glue that. Glue that in. Oh, did I kept it open too long? Come on, heart. You had off as long as I did. Come on. Okay. Whoop. So then you just want to fold that in. You can also bone fold it down. Most of this isn't even seen except for that little piece there, right here. So then I would find center. So since it's close to an inch, we're just going to match it up with the inch. There's the center. So that would be my line that I want to match up with that line. I want to put my glue here. I'm going to put my glue here. Now this part's going to be hard for me because I really have to try not to over glue and make a mess. Okay, so you want to get it close to that. Let me get it close to that. Not infringe on it. Okay, perfect. Now, remember you glued the inside of this circle to the back of this, and had I done it correctly, it should have been that color on there, but I did it backwards. So now I have a white one. So the first piece we're going to use is this one. I guess it's easier if I put it sideways for some reason. Now she wanted to find the 12 o'clock, which is the X and the 2 lines. So, oh, I'm doing it backwards. So you put your finger on the 12 o'clock because you kind of want that towards the top. You want that towards the top. So you just slide it under like that. Then you cover, you kind of put it back in the hole there. So you put that back in the hole. Now you bend this like that. Now this is where we're going to put the glue, on this little square underneath, right where it touches here. So just to, if I line it out like that, right in that square is where we would put the glue. Go like that. Oh my goodness. A glue bubble. I'm always over gluing, so I have to try really hard not to over glue. Okay, so we want that down there, and we're just going to hold it. So I'm just going to give that a second. Just going to sit that on top of it and give it a second. All right, that should be fairly glued. Now this is your other piece, and now you can kind of decide, I don't know how much difference it makes, what part you want to see as it comes around. I figured I kind of want to, I'm hoping if I want to see that, and I'm hoping if I do it this way, put it there. What you do want to do is make sure you don't bring it above your card, because it's already going to come up and come above your card. So you don't want it to already start above your card. You want it to be inside your card. And you don't want it to, again, impede on your fold. So if you hold it where you're holding it, wherever you want it. So let's say I put it here. If I just draw a little line, it sort of gives me where to glue. Otherwise, you flip this and put your glue on there. You just can put your glue right on that flap, but since I've already put my lines there, I'm just gonna put my circle here, and we give that a little bit of a Okay. Just want to make sure I'm... All right. All right. Then this piece gets glued to this side. This piece gets glued to here. So, I thought maybe I could show you, but I really, no way to show you, but we're just going to put glue on this little rectangle. We're going to, whoop, we're going to close the lid. Give it a hold. This piece goes on top. So, glue that on a tad inward. Could have pulled that out a little bit. This piece gets glued on here. Want to make sure it's working. Yep. So this piece now gets glued here. And I think it's just on this triangle. The triangle part. So let's glue that there. I think if I'm wrong, I will be redoing another one. Okay. All right. So now we're just going to center that. Oh, got a little crooked there. Move it along. Okay, I don't want to have that. Oh, I did glue it right to there. Okay, so we can glue it right to there. So I am going to do that. Don't want it to. Okay. See, you can almost see a little white half a line. Glue it right right before that and all the way over. That's all I did. And before you play with it too much, just be very careful while you're playing with it. I think that's so cute. I did this one a little bit nicer, but I wasn't as worried because this is nicer paper here. So we have that. Now, in her video, she actually made a pocket back here and then put acetate in it, and then she glued her piece that's glued to this part. She double-sided tape to the acetate. That's a little above my skill level for only doing it twice. So, but I'll get there. But anyway, congratulations, Ava. You so deserve it. 45,000 is just amazing, and I'm so excited for you. I'm catching up. I only got 43,000 to go, and I am right on your coattails. So here I come. But anyway, congratulations, Ava, and thank you so much for this really cute giveaway. I printed out a couple of these. I really plan to take advantage of these, so thank you, Ava. And anyone who isn't following Ava, please, you will not regret it. Follow her. She's an amazing woman. She is so talented. So that's all I can say. You won't be disappointed. That's all I can say. Okay, well, I hope everyone had a great holiday. And by holiday, I mean Mother's Day, because I'm filming this on Mother's Day. You won't see it till a little bit after, but if you're anything like me, I have a Mother's Day week. Eventually, over time, I will make my family celebrate it for. I'll have a Mother's Day month. I don't think that's too much to ask. So that's all. I'm gonna leave it there. If you want a Mother's Day month, just keep following me, and I'll show you how you do it with your family. Anyway, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you came back. I'm glad you waited for me. And my exciting news, I was gonna share it this time, but I'm too excited. But I'll definitely share it in a day or two, my next video. I just want to, before I open my mouth, I just want to triple check. And next video, I'm going to share it. Okay, I'm just rambling now. So, thank you all. Have a great week. It's going to be starting the week. So have a great week, and stay creative.